Oh, welcome to the pre-show. What I'm doing today, my life is a mess, but good mess. All right. All right, I'm getting set up. We're getting here. Put the microphone in place. I figure out where my seating is. Yeah, we're good. We're going. Blair, manageable. Oh, how we all doing? Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Oh my god, I cracked myself up, guys. How are y'all doing? So dumb. Oh god, I love it. I love it. Oh, it's so much fun. All right. Anybody here? Come hang out. Say hi. There we go. Throw up the welcome to the pre-show. Have a seat. Order your drink. Show will start shortly. Please feel free to say hi in the chats. Let me know you're here. Oh, this is like the funnest thing ever today. Reinvigorated, which is weird because Saturday I was like, yeah. Today, boom, I'm on it. 7 minutes. Oh, it's so dumb. I love this. Is mom watching? Are you here, mom? The mom wave. No, biggest smile. Oh, what if I get some like cool trivia? Like if I put it up on the screen on the Whimsy pre-show, like what happens if I was able to like? Oh, I fuck up with the counter. But like on the screen, how cool it would be if it was like, I guess I could type them in, right? And just do like little trivia questions while we wait, kind of like the movie theaters, how they do the AMC. What do they call it? Insight, right? So it'd be like the Whimsy Insight. That could almost work, right? And then it would be like, what does a mom wave look like and why? And then you guys can type in like what episode did the parquet laugh first originate? Would I keep the questions specific to the lives, or would I incorporate all of Whimsy? All of Whimsy. I'm looking for something. Oh, shoot. What is the mascot every week? Is something I stole from my mom's house when I go over on Mondays. Like, how funny would that be? Like, this week is Mom's Checkbook and Registry. I need a mascot, guys. I'm adorable. I just realized the name of the title for the episode that has yet to be released. I'm sorry, semi-panicking, trying to find me a mascot for the day. All right, we're gonna go look real quick. Hang out, 3 minutes? All right, I'm back. Oh, that only took me a minute to find. Oh, what's going on? Oh, turn my light on. All right, screw it. Hello, Mother. Mom's here, and so is Kay. We're just gonna use Kay because we don't want you to know that Kari's watching. We gotta hide his anonymity. So Kay keeps saying for anything, like Kari. Did Grandma come over, or did Grandma end up going back home to wait for Nikki? One minute. She's home. Hi, Grandma. I just saw her. Saw her and JJ. See you in a minute. How do you guys like the background music? Interesting, right? It works. Kind of. I like it. But we might be changing it soon, so don't get used to it. I kind of just put it together. Where's my picture? Boom. Hello. Welcome to Whimsy Live. Monday Nooners. So dumb still. How are we all doing? Grandma's here. Mom's here. There might be another person here. There's a couple of you guys here. How are we all doing? Today's a fun day already. I like it. I don't think I have anything for the pre-show or the after pre-show. Anyway, let's move forward. Getting to know me. This section of the show, I'm going to be chit-chatting about my week. It's been an interesting week, I think. I got a small slide after that, I think. Instead of writing notes, I'm just going to put them on the screen for you guys. There you go. That's what we're doing. Real quick, this week's mascot is Lamb's Baby Book. Has a bunch of, I'm not going to show you all the pictures, but Lamb's Baby Book. My kid is no longer a baby. He's 14, and he doesn't, and I'm no longer cool. He's getting tall, and his voice is all deep. Any of you guys who are regulars, go back to listen to episode 1 and 2, and then listen to the last episode he was on. Like, it is crazy how much he has grown up as a person in the last 9 months. So, yeah, crazy. What do we got this week? So I mentioned it a little bit on the Saturday for the Mind Pockets. Like, I'm doing a bunch of shit. So here's some irony of, so there was like a half, like every once in a while, I get in the head and I think about how much am I doing? Is it too much? How is it impacting like Ben life and like family relationship, like life? And for the most part, I think I'm doing fairly good about managing everything. Lots of podcasts, lots of hours doing podcasts, but I don't do like lots of podcasts outside of my designated 4 hours. So like when I'm hanging out with people, it's not like just all about podcasts. I'll do normal stuff. So I'm better today. You know, I got some stuff later. But yeah, spinning a lot of plates. Now here's the irony of all this, right? On Saturday on the Mind Pockets, like I had the thought was, is it too much? And I was like, maybe not, because I haven't really let anybody down, or it's not negatively impacting, you know, Ben life. So ironically, yesterday I dropped the ball. I was supposed to record with suggested articles, and anything that could go wrong went wrong for me not to do the show yesterday. Comedy of errors. Like, this was like the most fucked up thing in a while. Liam actually texted me back like Friday into Saturday, and he knows I want to pick him up at 8:30. I get to his house, I knock on his window. He just gets up at like 8:20, and then he's like, I need some time. I said, that's fine. You know, I'm like, so he took a couple extra minutes. We did not leave the house by 8:30, his place by 8:30. It was a little longer, but it is what it is. Like, I budget for that. Then he's hungry, so we go get food. And for whatever reason, McDonald's, like normally we get right in. Like, breakfast is busy, but typically there's like, it goes fast because I don't know. It normally goes significantly faster than it did. So we pay for it, we get up, and they're like, oh, we're still cooking your food. Can you go around and park in the front? No joke. 20 minutes waiting for fucking food. And I'm sorry for the swears, but like life knows I'm on a deadline today. Like I got get Liam, get him food, get the baby, drop off Sophie, and then come back and then log in and then do the podcast. And then we had lunch afterwards. Like I had the whole day scheduled. So now I'm like 20 minutes at McDonald's, like, which is the dumbest thing in the world. Like, here's what kills me. What did I order? A biscuit, bacon biscuit egg, and 2 McGriddles. I have to pull around to the front, wait 20 minutes, but yeah, I see 4 other people drive through the like. If they have to bump me to turn around and drive up front, shouldn't the person behind me also have to pull around? So why am I the only person waiting in front of McDonald's? So like, fine. So we get the baby. We hang out for a couple minutes. I feel bad because I feel like I was kind of rushing everybody. And then like we're going halfway home. We gotta go to the bathroom. So then I gotta get off of the freeway to go to the bathroom, then get back on the freeway. Like it just like getting off and then getting back on. Like it's not that much time, but it is what it is. Then we get to mom's. We drop Sophie off. We come back here. I log in, and they're like, "Oh, Jeff and Jeff from Suggested Articles." They're like, "We already started." And I said, "Okay, can we find another time?" So the reason why they already started was I said 10, 10:30. Technically, I said 10:30, 11-ish, but there's a time zone issue. So one's in Utah, one's in California. So one's Pacific, one's Mountain Standard. But then where we're at might also be Mountain Standard, but we don't observe daylight savings. So what was weird is if Utah is daylight savings or Mountain Standard, then when they started at 11 o'clock or they're 11 o'clock, I was an hour late. So somehow I ended up an hour late because I don't go. It was it was so crazy. I don't understand it. But they were really nice guys. Like it was 100% on me. Like go figure. We exchanged phone numbers. I will be re-recording with them in 2 weeks, and then you should see that episode in a couple of weeks. So that was my yesterday. How awesome is that? Like that sucks. So that was the first time I think I missed the deadline, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. For a minute there, I almost forgot what I was talking about. 2 new projects. I think I mentioned them on Saturday's Mind Pockets. I'm assuming all you guys who watch Monday also watch Mind Pockets. I hope. That'd be weird. Maybe not. Like, I don't know. So we're going to do some stuff with the, we want to do something Whimsy with the Z, and then the Family Tree Project. So we're figuring out those. The Family Tree one is about to start recording. I got to just finalize some questions and set some schedule dates. Whimsy with the Z, I'm going to need another week or 2 to get that one lined up. So it should be interesting. I'm going to take Liam's picture down because, like, God forbid, like, I get in trouble because they're like, I told you not to have pictures of Liam. I'm like, yeah, but that was like what, 6 months old? Like, he's adorable. Look, you guys. Look at him. Look at him. So, yes. So somehow I'm getting feedback on what to do with these 2 projects. I don't know. Like, do I incorporate them into Whimsy proper, like the Monday show? Do I pre-record stuff to play on the Monday live show or the Saturday show? Are they independent podcasts? I don't know. But I am taking all the feedback. There's a lot of pros and a lot of cons. I did reach out to somebody to give me their ideas and suggestions. You can't see him, Liam, in his baby picture. Oh shit, it's falling. Look, right there. He's adorable. Let's see, Grandma's texting me. Let's see what she says. Hold on, everybody. She's so funny. So we got some projects, lots of plates spinning. For the most part, I'm still handling everything and I'm doing pretty good. I even got a decent show for Mondays. I think what the problem is like I keep evolving Mondays because I still don't like the comfort level I have for Saturday Mind Pockets is significantly better than my comfort confidence level on Mondays, but they're two completely different shows. So, but yeah, man, I'm handling. Epic story for a special lady. We got some birthdays coming up. So we're going to start scheduling some birthday podcasts for Chasing the Whimsy proper on the podcast. So those will be coming out. Mostly we got some June, like end of June and July birthday. And I think we got one early June. So we should have those, at least 3 that I know coming up. And then like mid-July, we got 2 more than I know of. So we got those coming in. But then separate from that, for the podcast, the special lady, I'm going to sit down and speak with other grandma. And we're going to go deep dive on grandma. I don't know what it's going to look like, and I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how many episodes we're going to get. In my head, talking to her for like a week or 2, like a couple of different sessions, I'm thinking I'm going to get like 6 episodes out of it. So if not more, which is going to be fun. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a ride. You're all going to love it. It's going to be amazing. It's the one interview that I'm excited, like probably the most excited for. Hold on, my foot's stuck. Because it's all based off of the idea that grandma was somebody else before other grandma. So we're gonna find out what happened those first 40 years. Also, one of those episodes, Grandma, I forgot to ask you, Rita, are you here? I think it would be fun to have you and Rita on together for a portion of that, of your history. Let me know what you think. And she's like, no. Rita uses my ringtone, the theme music for her ringtone. How awesome is that? What else we got going on? I also have another special guest coming on. I hinted at on Saturday there was a reason behind this particular guest. I'm not going to say who it is or give any hints yet. Next week for Mind Pockets, I'll have a little slot somewhere. Give you guys some hints of who he is and see if you guys want to try and guess. No, this is JJ. Okay, well, tell Grandma that one of the episodes that we record for Grandma, we should bring her sister on. He's so funny. I love JJ. Oh, so all you guys who are like, where's my podcast? And there's actually a couple of you, and I love it. That's so cool. I'm getting like texts at like 7 or 8 in the morning, and then like, where's my new podcast? It fell apart last night. Liam's not feeling good. We had a busy day. Everybody passed out for like the baby fell asleep. Like Sophie, she was like having a great day. She passed out while I was making her dinner. Liam ate and then passed out again and then fell asleep. It was a mess. So I didn't record episode 53 until like an hour ago. And as soon as this is over, I'll do the quick edit, play with the sound, and I'll post it. So we'll call it within an hour after this show ends. The new episode 53 will be available for podcast listening, and then should also be available for YouTube listening, if you guys would like. Episode 53 has a special guest I'm not going to tell you who it was, but yeah, we decided to bring somebody in, hang out, figure out how life's treating him, and what are some of his plans this summer. But the other special guest, the one that I'm secretly telling, I think you guys are gonna love it. I think it's a fantastic episode. I've already written like half of it in my head. It's a fascinating story. This person revolutionized. Yeah, I would call him a professional. He revolutionized the game that he plays so much to the point where, like, because of his contributions, the game has evolved significantly over a 25-year standstill. So we're going to have him on, lock up some dates, and then I'm going to give you guys some clues next week so you guys figure it out. Are there enough of you guys listening that could I run a contest? I'll give you 5 clues, and the first person to email me can, with the correct answer, I'll send you like a care package. I'll send you a notebook, a Tell 'em Steve Dave Road to Tell 'em Steve Dave book. Like, you guys, are anybody interested in that? Do a little giveaway, and I'll throw in a couple of tokens, like 4 items: notebook, book, logo gnome, and pics. Yeah. You guys have to leave comments in the comments, not the chat, but in the comments, if you guys like that idea. I'll just throw it up anyway and see whoever. I mean, maybe only 2 people play, but it'll be interesting. I like how I put the notes on here and then I don't read ahead. Like, I'm all out of order and stuff. Like, that's amazing. Good job, Ben. Yeah, that's everything. Oh, with the 2 other projects I'm working on, I'm currently working on possible logo design, and the name I think I need to adjust on the family tree. So right now, the working title is Up One's '(S), Up One's Family Tree, right? So it's going to be me just exploring one family's tree, and it's going to be my family. But I almost want a word in the front. Like, I'm going to play with the idea of like looking up one's family tree. For any of you guys that are close to me will understand why I think the looking helps take away from the up one's family tree. Like, I think it makes it, like, it's adorable and it's cute still, but I think I need the looking to kind of distract from what I'm actually trying to hide, if that makes sense. Because now it's looking up one's family tree versus up one's. So yeah, it looks like I'm changing the name. It's gonna be looking, I think. But I have some ideas for like a cute little logo for it. Because I like making logos, so you guys have to deal with it. I think it'd be a cool logo. We'll do the tree. The title will be green, leafy looking. All the letters will kind of form the top of the tree, and then the tree trunk. I like how I'm showing my hands. Hold on. The tree trunk, and then on the bottom of the tree, we'll have a gnome looking up. Like, how adorable is that? Boom. It's like a marketing genius over here, guys. I just don't know how to put it all together, so we'll figure it out. Let's see. What if we did? What else is going on? Let's see. Oh, yes. We have someone new in the chat today. I'm gonna give you guys a second to read that name. Kitschy, our kitchen gnome, is now subscribed to YouTube, and I guess he chats now in the group chats here. So, hi Kitschy. That's so dumb. This is the dumbest thing in the world. I love it. I think that's pretty much all my week has been. Right? That name is a throwback to my mom. She likes names with Mick. She had a cat. There was a Mr. Witherspoon, and then she had something McCat, Catty McCat. Nikki, where are you? I know you're not there. Mom, what was that cat's name? But yeah, I thought Kitschy McWim would be an appropriate name for Kitschy. That's so funny. I showed Grandma a little bit of the Kitschy project. It's amazing. But yeah, you guys are never going to see it anytime soon, so don't worry about it. What else is going on? No show on next Saturday, guys. No Mind Pockets on Saturday. Saturday show moves to Monday, so the Nooners will also be a Mind Pocket. So it'll be a Nooners in my Mind Pocket episode. Yes. I like it. So if you guys, it's so funny because the last time we took a Saturday off, people were losing their minds. I got like 4 texts and like 3 emails. They're like, where was the live last night? I'm like, well, I don't have one. So yeah, we're going to do some stuff on Saturday. And I don't think I can get anywhere in time to record. Yeah, definitely not. So no next Saturday. Moves to Monday. I got a presentation at work. Like top secret-ish with the big bosses. So hopefully next week I have some better news and not like, oh, I think I'm going to get fired. It was a dumb idea. It's probably a brilliant idea. And to be fair, it's consistent with everything that I've been doing the last couple of weeks. So you could probably figure out what that means. Yeah, it was a different week. Yeah, it was just a week of just I was working by myself a bunch, and then I don't know. Nothing bad though. It was good. I had a good time. How'd you guys do this week? You guys, anybody in the chats do anything fun? We went to lunch yesterday. Some barbecue. Kari said, with a bunch of nuts hanging off the tree. Yes. Well, that one family tree is pretty nutty. I could make it work. I don't know what kind of tree it should be. Like, it's so funny because I asked Sarah to help. Like, there's like, I like Jay Sarge for doing the music, and I know he's busy and he's got life and everything else. So he's not like, you can't just be like, oh, let me just drop everything and create some theme songs, or because I want to try to change the other one. But I wanted Sarah to kind of can help me maybe design the logo. But me trying to explain it, she had no idea what the hell I was talking about. So it was funny. I finally got her to kind of grasp it, but I don't know if she's going to be able to draw it or not. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, working on some logo design. JJ got a new book. What book is it, JJ? Is this one of the Avatar ones? Oh, there's a chance next week I will have a guest for the live show. Shoot. So next week will be Mind Pockets. And then I'll have to find a section to put our guest in. What's the name of the book? So I can plug it and people can read with you. This is JJ's book club. What book are we going to read? And to be fair, I'm not going to read. I can't read. Maybe I can audiobook it. I do like the audiobooks. All right. So JJ's book club pick. We'll wait for it. No. So, we'll give him another second. He's probably typing out. He's like, I don't know the name. He's got the shorthand name, but not the real name. Who knows? So, yeah. School's letting out, so it's going to get interesting the next couple of weeks. We're going to lose Liam for a couple because of some wrestling. He's going to be doing some. Dude, that kid killed it this weekend. FYI. Went to his little tourney. What little tourney? What's it called? State. How did he do? Second. Like he's an award-winning athlete right now. He's taken second at like the big one that we went to a little while ago. He's taken state. He's a monster. He's tearing it up. He doesn't like me anymore because I'm not cool, because I'm an old man. But he's an athlete. He's dedicated. He's focused. And he's tearing it up. So we're excited to see. He's going to do some stuff with the wrestling this summer. And then school will start up again at some point. So we're hoping to see some more gold going into next year. Hi, Esther. You guys doing anything interesting? Oh, I have an idea I need to run by you for Odin. FYI. Don't let me forget. Yeah. So JJ's got a bunch of stuff coming on. He might come on and talk a little bit about it at some point. We got to get Nikki on because I'm curious to see what a teacher does during the summer. Sorry, I got to go. That's fine. You can go. Bye. Tell Nikki I says hello. Yeah. It's going to be good. I like the summer, I think, because I think most of it helps me write. Like the summer's already written. Like I already know where most of the podcasts are coming from. So I love it. So I won't get stuck on a Monday just panicking. I do have an idea for a in case of emergency break glass episode. So I got to figure out when and how I write that, but I think it's going to be hilarious. It's going to be a random episode that I just keep in my back pocket in case I have to miss a day. And it's going to I don't know. You'll eventually hear it, maybe. To be fair, I haven't missed an episode on a Monday since we started. That's 53 straight episodes, guys, of Mondays. I got some complaints that it wasn't early enough and that they have to wait now. Trying to call me a liar. I did have someone call me out that there is currently Chasing the Whimsy has some lost media. And if you guys remember a while ago, I fell asleep playing video games, no camera, but there is about 45 minutes of audio of me sleeping. And it was up for a minute, and now it was deleted by Twitch. At some point, I did make the offer that says if we hit 100 subscribers, that I would release the full, I'll re-release the full sleep stream. But I'm pretty sure that I put a deadline on that 100, and we didn't hit the 100 before that deadline. So unless you guys can tell me when and where I said that, if I didn't put any restrictions on it, I'll stand behind it. But until then, I'm pretty sure I gave a deadline in which I'm not going to release my sleep stream. I'd be really pissed when you guys come back with the proof and I have to release it. It was funny. I'm trying to do a project with that real quick. Nothing big. Just want to try to do some ASRM stuff with it. All right. Well, that's all I got. That's all I had for the week. Just living the dream, man. Sophie's the coolest person in the world. She's awesome. Liam's awesome. JJ's awesome. Man, everybody's doing awesome right now. And that is good for you guys. That is awesome. I'm loving it. Let's see. I'm still here. I'm just waiting for it to skip. So did you? How many of you guys were here on Saturday when I totally lost it because that was the funniest thing I've ever said? But this is the shout out for Taylor Tomlinson. How you doing, Taylor? Hold on, I'm waving, but you can't see me. Hello, Taylor. There's some of her info in case you guys want to tweet anything or YouTube anything, and then you add her in there for me. I have a question that I'm going to pose to her every week. I'll put it in the chat. No, in the comments, the description of the episode, the live. And then when I update the socials with both shows, the Saturday and the Monday, I'll attach the question. So I am going to very respectfully and reasonably, just 3 different ways for her to see that I'm asking a question. And hopefully she replies one day. But this week's question is, if you were any one item in your fridge, what item would you be? So we'll see how a professional comedian answers that. I don't know. She's going to do it one day. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, go back. It was at the end of the episode on Saturday. Funniest thing I've ever said in my life. It was a good one. There was definitely a parquet laugh on Mind Pockets 10. The Pocket Watch. Here where we talk about what I've been watching on TV. Hip you guys to some possible new, something you might not have realized was out, something new that you're looking to fill. I know, Mom, we're at the end of seasons, the end of the season for a lot of TV. Tracker's last episode was on last night. We got 1 more episode of Good Doctor. We got 2 more episodes of Rescue 911 and the corresponding one. And then Fire Country also ended last night or this week. So TV's done. We got a little bit of a hiatus before everything starts picking up. Here are some suggestions to watch during the hiatus, during the off season. Kevin Hart had won the Mark Twain Award. It's available on Netflix. Way cleaner than the roast. It's him receiving the award for it's like a Lifetime Achievement Award for comedy. Past winners: Dave Chappelle, Jon Stewart. Who won it last year? Adam Sandler won it last year. Steve Martin won it back in like 2000, 2002. And I don't know anybody else, but it's a fun little award show. Maybe an hour long, so it's nice and easy. This one, if anything, just watch the beginning of it because I'd mentioned on Saturday that I don't think Jerry Seinfeld is funny, but he did have one of the funniest moments on that, like on his opening. So it was an interesting watch. It kind of ties into the last 2 weeks where we're talking about the roast. Oh, also series finale, Young Sheldon. And maybe you guys that are fans of Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon is a prequel that follows the life of young Sheldon Cooper, who was played by Jim Parsons in Big Bang Theory. I had mixed feelings about the series finale, but I don't know how mixed, but I don't know what it's mixed with. because we know after 10 seasons of Big Bang Theory, Sheldon's growth and how it ends. So you can't end young Sheldon on a huge downer, but I was happy with it, I think. Liam got me onto young Sheldon and I caught up, and it's a good show. It seems like it's a really real old timey type, like pacing to it. So the episodes are like 22 minutes long. It's not bad. Do any of you guys have any of you watched The Big Bang Theory and or Young Sheldon? So I think Andy does. I don't know where she's at today. Oh, she's working. Her new schedule says she works Mondays now, I think. So that's lame. I liked Big Bang Theory. Took over the world for a minute there, those first couple of seasons. Yeah. The 8 Show. I picked it up late in the week. 8 episodes. Shit, 8. 8 episodes. Some reviews, like some early reviews, and some people are they want it to be the next Squid Game, but it's not quite Squid Game. It's a little dark. It's a little too dark for Squid Game. Squid Game focused more on the individual games, whereas the 8 Show, 8 contestants live in not really an apartment. They get a room. There's 8 floors, and one person lives on each floor, and then they have a communal space. And you earn money for every minute that you stay on the show. And then there's plot twists all the way through this thing. Like after episode 3, there's a different plot twist after every episode. It was entertaining, but I don't think it was great. So if you have a random 8 hours that you want to fill, I would say you could do it with the 8 Show. Christina, I don't think you're listening because I think you're working too. It's more Alice in Borderland. Alice in Borderland was another K thriller, a Korean thriller. 8 Show plays better as like a Alice in Borderland. And then I also had watched the Steve Martin documentary on Apple TV. I like Steve Martin, but I only know him as an actor. He originally started off as a magician, technically. It's a 2-part It's a 2-part series. I'm trying to find the official name of it. Where are you? Steve Martin. Steve. Hold on, guys. Steve Martin. It's just Steve, exclamation point. The first episode just goes over, the episodes are then and now. The first hour and a half is just his career and his home life, working at Disney at like the age of like 9 or 12, getting into magic, being a magician, adding comedy to it. I don't know a lot of his stand-up. And I can appreciate a good and different type of stand-up. But I don't know if I would fully be able to like grasp and understand his particular style of stand-up. It was different. But what was interesting and kind of where I turned like in the head by the end of the week, probably because of this show. It was interesting that I found this show when I was like, I don't know, everything's all serendipitous, or Truman Show, or I don't know. Nothing about his career says that he should be successful. Like his early days, nothing about his early days would ever suggest that he was going to be the biggest thing in the world. like in stand up before he started The Jerk, and then became like a huge movie star. Like, I don't know. The thing that like his because he did oh, I can't think of any of these jokes offhand. No, I was like, I don't know. He had the bunny ears, he had the arrow through the head. Like there are some good bits, but I don't know how like the guy did it. He has like a grip of albums. He played out, I don't know. He is it's a fascinating stand-up career as far as I'm concerned. What I like about it is he was doing things that were unconventional and that were completely different than comedy of the 70s. And then as he gets into the 80s, completely different than comedy of the 80s, right? Because then, like, what was the 80s had a lot of your, maybe even the 70s. When did Richard Pryor go real big? Was he's, I don't think he was the 70s. He could have been. Your Eddie Murphys were the 80s. Hold on. Let me see how, oh, I sound too ignorant. Eddie Murphy. Stand up. I could have researched that a little better. Beverly Hills Cop was 84. Delirious was the name of that album. Delirious. He still hangs out with 83 was Delirious with Eddie Murphy. And who was the other guy I said? Don't tell me. Carlin was big too back then. But yeah, Steve Martin did stand up completely different than everybody else. I just like it that he just did what he wanted to and then let his audience find him. And that's basically kind of where we're at here with Whimsy right this second is like, I don't know, like I'm just waiting one day this thing's going to blow up and have like 1,000 of you people watching me live. That'd be cool. I don't know, it was interesting. And then the second part was the documentary crew following him, like making of the documentary and kind of following him around a little bit. He's a fascinating guy. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know about him, and I think it's a good watch. I think you guys should find your 3 hours instead of some other rando documentary or some rando series just to fill the time. The Steve Martin documentary. It's on Apple TV. You should be able to find it maybe somewhere else. Maybe not. Oh, is there anything that you guys are interested or excited to see this summer? Hold on, what am I looking for? Steve. I'm interested and I can't wait to see. It's only on Apple TV, which would make sense because he has that Murder in the Building on Apple. So I guess he just contracted with Apple. But a couple weeks ago, every once in a while, I'd bring up the Yellowstone drama, the series on Paramount with Taylor Sheridan. Kevin Costner, for whatever reason, huge pain in the ass. He's like, I don't want to do your show anymore. I need to do my thing. The whole show falls apart. We haven't seen the second part of season 5 in a year and a half, almost 2 years now. Like we're closing up on like a hard 2 year. But rumor has it that Kevin Costner's American Saga Horizon is actually going to be a fantastic movie. It's broken up into 2 parts right now. There's a July release, a late June release, and an August release. But at Cannes, the Cannes Film Festival, he got a 7-minute standing ovation. So it is being reviewed right now as very good. And second, I would love to know what a 7-minute standing ovation looks like. And can I do it for a podcast? Like, can I sell out a stadium? Can I sell out 17,000 seats as you guys watch me sit here with a fucking glare in my glasses, swearing my hands are all over the place because I don't know what hand does what? I think we could. I'd love it. Oh, so yes, that's kind of what I've been watching. I don't know what I'm gonna watch Tracker after this, after I update the podcast episode. I still haven't watched Hacks, so that sucks. I did watch, I think I missed it last week. I finished the season 3 of Chucky. Dude, I don't know. Chucky's amazing. They're doing all kinds of weird stuff with it. But Steve Martin, watch it. Kevin Hart, watch it. 8 Show. If you like K thrillers, then watch it. But if you don't, then just walk away. But yeah, throw in the comments what you guys like and what you're excited to see. And are you excited to see Horizon? Because I was on the fence about it, but I totally think I'm going to go see both parts now in theater. Oh my God, we're at a minute. We're at an hour. All right, buckle up because we're going to be here a little bit. Maybe. We'll see. Let's see. Yeah, let me know what you guys are listening or what you guys are watching. I want to be curious and see if I'm missing anything. New Star Trek Discovery is going to be ending soon. So yeah, curious on what you guys are watching. Remember to hit those thumbs up, everyone. I think right now, currently, we have 8 thumbs up, and there's 12 of you watching. You 4 need to look at your phone, hit the X out of the chat, and hit the thumbs up real quick. I'll wait. But I won't wait that long. You guys can do it when you can. Leave the comments. For whatever reason, since I started shouting you guys out, you guys aren't leaving comments as much anymore. What is that all about? We do have, I don't have a slide for it, but I would like to take a moment and shout out. I had 2 comments this week. Joyce Ann whimsied on the Mind Pocket episode. So thank you. She follows along. Look. Remember to thumbs up and add Whimsy in the comments. She doesn't know why. She just does it. She's amazing. She's the best person ever. I bet her kids are the luckiest kids ever, too. Let's see. What else is going on? All right. So this week's What's in My Pocket? I've been talking about this for a minute since last week. I talked about it Saturday on the Mind Pockets. There are meme stocks. This is a phenomenon that came out of 2021. So I'm going to give you a very small breakdown on what meme stocks are, or what happened in 2021. If you don't play the stock market, you might have seen it on the news, but didn't know really what the hell was going on. I'm going to break it down real quick. I don't know anything about stocks, and most of this is going to probably be wrong. But I'm going to work through this thing a little bit, going to kind of let you in my head as far as what I'm seeing and what is currently going on Wall Street right now. So 2020, like late 2020, there's this guy, Keith Gill. His online name was Roaring Kitty. For whatever reason, he felt that GameStop was an undervalued stock, or company. And he's like, I think GameStop, I'm using AMC, for example, because that's the one that I was following the most, but they're both meme stocks. So what he was suggesting is, let's buy. So like, for example, I can't see my screen here. So late 2020, for example, AMC stock was at like $10. And then by January, first of the year, 2021, right, Roaring Kitty is like, he's on Twitch, or so he had a Reddit, and he was on some, I don't know which platform, Twitter, I think. But he was talking about his whole idea that GameStop was an undervalued company. So the end of January 2021, AMC stock was like, was that $8? So what he decided to do was he gave his opinion of GameStop / AMC and says, I think these are undervalued. And he's recommending, or he's suggesting that stock is going to start skyrocket, or is going to move up. He starts buying all these people on the social medias, on the Reddit. They follow his lead. And then within 2 weeks, the stock tripled, like 300%. Like it's up to $24. But then you see it comes back down. So what's starting to happen is all of your Wall Street people are like, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. GameStop is a trash company and it's not worth anything. But because Roaring Kitty got all these people to kind of rally behind him, they were able to trigger the stock to go up. But then we see that it dipped again. Where did it go? Like there's a bunch of rises and falls. What happens is Wall Street was like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. These people are like, so it's going up and down. Eventually, people start following this guy. They keep buying stocks and they're not selling. And then eventually AMC stock, sorry if my volume is all fucked up here because I'm really close, jumps up to like $264 within 6 months of him coming onto Twitter. So you would have bought in at like $10 or $8, whatever it is. The numbers are accurate. I checked them. I just can't read them. Oh, I guess I could just make my screen wider since I don't have my picture up. Nope, won't let me. Anyway. So yeah, Roaring Kitty just he rallied all these people together and shot these stocks up to super, super highs. He invested $53,000 at the beginning of this. You know, he put everything he had into it. Like he put his money where his mouth was. At the end of this thing, let me see where my dates are. Like, you know, for like 6 months, the stock market, like it's just going crazy. He ends up cashing out for like $34 million because of what he did. Like, it is crazy what this guy was doing. And he didn't do anything illegal. He just made a recommendation of what he thought, and he backed up his things, right? As far as what he thought GameStop was worth. So the reason for the rise and falls throughout the first half of 2021 is he comes on, people jump on his bandwagon, stock goes up. It dipped again, right? Some of the dips, because you have all these hedge funds. So all these hedge funds have like a grip of money in GameStop and AMC. And then they're like, well, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Like it's completely worthless. So what they did was they sold all of their stocks off to kind of keep the number low, right? So it's interesting because like so all these hedge funds started pulling all the money out, but like there's a movie, I think Esther mentioned it last week, called Dumb Money on Netflix. It explains this whole thing significantly better than I'm going to do it. So watch Steve Martin, watch Dumb Money. Dumb Money is like an hour 40. But what's interesting is Wall Street, the hedge funds, like big hedge fund and like big Wall Street, they were so cocksure of themselves that they can, like, they knew better and they knew people. And they're like, yeah, like Roaring Kitty doesn't know what he's doing. So we're going to fuck him over. We're going to sell. There's a short squeeze, whatever the fuck that thing's called. But like over the 6 months in 2021, more and more normal people, regular people, like the retailers, the people who actually go to GameStop, they actually go to AMC, the normals, right? Me, we kept just buying and buying and buying. And what started to happen is that's where you start to see it just skyrocket. At its peak, it's like whatever it was, like the 260, everybody started bailing out. And that's when you start to see the whole thing start dropping again. Fascinating story. Normally we hear about like stock corruption, like even now, you got governors and senators getting like insider tip trading. People are getting in, like the elected officials are trying to play the same game, but they're working with like hedge funds and using dirty tactics. But what happened with these meme stocks is like this nobody trying to light on like how it's not fair, right? Like the stock market was never supposed to be designed to be bought and sold by hedge funds. And the best way for us to get back at the man was for us to all buy, skyrocket the thing, and then bail out at the top. Somewhere, I don't remember the date for it. Robinhood is an app that buys and sells and trades stocks. Like it's so dirty, right? So you got this hedge fund, you got these billionaires that are like, they, for whatever reason, they don't want the little man having the money. So they collude with Robinhood. And at one point, Robinhood just turns it off. This is like, Robinhood will no longer allow you to buy or sell stocks. And it only lasted like 2 days. But then at the same time, they shut off Roaring Kitty's Reddit page. People start freaking out because like you can't buy or sell anymore. We can't get a hold of it. We can't see what Roaring Kitty is doing. People start freaking out, and that's where we started seeing that decline after June. The best parts of all of this is Robinhood's like, oh, like some bullshit excuse, to be fair, of why they shut it off, because it caused a panic, and when people panicked, what was a large group of people rallying together, you take away the Robinhood ability to buy, sell. You get rid of the Reddit page. People start freaking out, and they panicked, and they started selling. And like, they did, like, after the whole thing, after all of this, the SCE, whatever, one of those companies, right? They investigated Robinhood and was like, why are you turning off the buy sell option. Like people have hundreds of thousands of like dollars into this thing. The market is crashing and these people can't get out, or they can't buy to help keep raising it up. So like there's panic everywhere. Like everything, like people are losing their minds. The government jumps in, they research it, they investigate it, and they were like, yeah, we found out that the people that were backing Robinhood app, these billionaires, they did collude to cause some hysteria, stop the buy option, and only allow people to cash out, and causing the whole thing to start dropping. Best part about all that, government's like, oh, there was definitely some shit going on here. But then they just let it go. Like it's like it reminds me a lot of Trading Places. Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy, right? You had the two old guys. They're just manipulating stocks, fucking all over the place, and then they think that they can do whatever they want. And that's basically what's happening. Like at the end of all of this was like, Big Hedge is like, we'll help support fucking Robinhood so that way they can't drive the stock up anymore. Government comes in and was like, oh, I guess it's all fine. The whole thing is just jacked up. It's dumb. And then eventually it comes back down. 2024 AMC stock, the beginning of the year is like $2.50. May, the first week of May, that first Sunday in May, like May 9th, 10th, right? GameStop completely came down. So 3 years removed from this meme stock frenzy, right? Where the little man gets a bunch of little man together and they rise the stock up and then they cash out at the top. And it's the same game the hedge funds play. The hedge funds don't like it because they didn't. Like it's like a members only club type thing where they're like, only us, Big Hedge can play these dirty games. You guys can't do it. Like, how dare you? So like the 9th, 10-ish, early this month, Roaring Kitty comes out of retirement with his $34 million. He jumps back on Twitter. He's like, hey, how you guys doing? Like nothing like crazy. He just like came back, which then suggests he's going to start trying to rally people again. So that was let's call it the 5th. I bailed out. So like Monday the 13th, AMC went from $2 to like $4. And then by Tuesday, it shot up to like $7. Now, the writing on the wall, here's all of this is leading to this thought of all of it. It spikes at like $7. And then by Wednesday, Thursday, it's just fucking plummeting. Even today, it's nowhere close. Like all your analysts are bringing up that Roaring Kitty's back. Tuesday, they announced that it's going up. But everybody's like, it's not going to last. It will never be like it was in 2021. Because Big Hedge thinks that they got the game figured out. Hold on, let me find out what AMC is at right now. But like my favorite part right now is like all your analysts, like no joke, man. AMC is up 10% today. AMC is back up to $4. And it had a low today. But yeah, it's up 10%. So what kills me is 1 week from this guy coming back. Roaring Kitty comes back a week and a half ago. And then by like midweek last week, every analyst, fucking Big Hedge, they're like, GameStop and AMC and all these meme stocks are going down. I guess they don't have it. And like, they're just talking, like, it's weird. Like they're talking all of this, like weird, like they're downplaying all of it again. Like we saw the frenzy in 2021. And now Big Hedge is like, I guess they don't have, like, the numbers anymore. Like they're just blowing it off like it can't happen again. Like nobody has the heart to do it again. But if we go back to the previous game, which I'm not going to because I'm going to lose it. It's interesting that within a week, every analyst already thinks they have it figured out. Like every analyst already written off the meme stock craze of 2024. Like it's done. They're like it shot up fucking to $7 on Tuesday and it's complete garbage again. Like haha, Roaring Kitty, all you small people, it's never gonna happen again. Like they've already written it off. If you watch Dumb Money, you research what happened in 2021 for the meme stocks. You look at the graph I had previously. The little guy was in it for the long game. Like it took him like 6 months for it to peak out. And it's weird to me. Like I don't think so. Everybody like Wall Street, they've written it off. They're like, the frenzy is over. Meme stocks are dead. Right? Like it's not. Wait, I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't know. I don't think it's done. That's all I'm trying to say. Is I don't know why, like analysts are just assuming. Like they assumed it in 2021, and they assumed that after a day and a half, it starts tanking, that the whole game thing is over. It is a fascinating story. I recommend read on it if you didn't keep up on it in 2021. Worst case scenario, put the hour 40 in, watch Dumb Money. They do a pretty good job explaining what the fuck was happening. This week's hot take and the writing on the wall suggests that this thing's not over. And I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's going to spike again or if it's going to just continue to drop. But like today, it's up 10% already. Like there's clearly something, and I'm not smart enough to know what's happening, like, or why it's happening. But I do know, like, my gut, my instincts, people, like I can semi-reasonably read some, but like a situation or a person. I don't think meme stock frenzy of 2024 is over in a week. I think we're going to start. It's now I bailed out of playing the stock game. I jumped in Monday and I bailed out by Wednesday. It is a disgusting game. Like what is happening? Like the idea that you jump in and you have to ride these highs and these lows. Like, and I just don't have like the guts right now to be like, I'm just going to put in $200 and let it sit there and just watch the roller coaster of it all. Like it's crazy. Obviously, I got to let it sit in there. But then I'm like, if I do put my $200 back in, I don't want to do it now while it's surging at 10%. But like, dude, the stock market is disgusting. If you guys don't play in the stock market, don't, because it's fucking crazy. It's volatile, man. It's all over the place. You'll lose sleep over it. It's disgusting how crazy that stuff is. But I don't know. I'll follow up on it in the next over the next couple of weeks. I am curious to see what happens. Because after the meme stock frenzy of 2021, little to no rules were ever created. I could be the one. I could be the next Roaring Kitty and inspire all of you guys to help me raise the stock from $490, get it back up to $200, and then we all bail out and we make a grip of money. Like there are zero rules. I cannot say you should. I can't like. There are rules, right? But no new rules were created. Like they try to go after Roaring Kitty to be like, well, you caused this. And he's like, I didn't cause anything. He says, on my show, I just announced my opinion of, I think it's undervalued and I think it's going to go up, and that he invested in. He basically just said it's a good stock. And whatever people did with that information, they did. He did not incite the mob to follow and illegally cause anything to jump up. So I'm not doing any of that. But whatever happened in 2021, nobody got in trouble. Now, some of the hedge funds, they got in trouble. One went bankrupt and one guy got fired or something like that was trying to like. So a bunch of people lost a bunch of money from the top, like big hedge. They lost a grip of money. All your billionaires lost a couple of $1 million. But what I know is the people on top don't like to lose. In 2021, the little guy won. So now they're talking shit now because they think they got it under control and that they're going to be able to keep these kids. Like there's a couple of hedge funds recently that just sold everything off, right, to try to tank the stock again. I don't know if it's going to. I don't think it's going to be identical to 2021, and I don't know if I don't even think it's going to last 6 months. But I am willing to bet that meme stock 2024 is not done in a week. There's something going to happen. I don't know. I do currently watch AMC. A couple of other meme stocks were BlackBerry and Tupperware. So, like Tupperware is like $1.50 right now. Is there any way I can get like? How do we get Tupperware to skyrocket? Like, I don't know. That's interesting, but it's interesting how these stock things work. I just don't think the original idea of the stock market was for it to be influenced as hard as it is by big hedge or random fucking live streamer. Like the idea that I have I could rally a grip of you guys to help me duplicate 2021 seems like it seems awesome that the little man gets a little, gets to fight back and gets their little piece. But at the same time, like, I shouldn't be allowed to do that. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know if I don't watch the news. Mom, have they talked about the stock market at all last week? I know by Tuesday, Wednesday, they should have mentioned a couple of things about AMC, Roaring Kitty, GameStop. But I know it's not on any of my news feeds. I have to go look for those articles. I don't know. I just think the writing on the wall says that meme stock 2024 is not done. So the 11 people that are watching this, I'm not telling you to buy anything because I think it's intense, man. If you're not used to that game, it's a weird game. It's hard. It's an intense game. And again, I have zero idea what the hell I'm talking about. I just know that the story is fascinating and that the story is not done on 2024 meme stock. So I think that's all I had for you guys for the discussion. Something to think about. It's a fascinating story. It gets bonkers. And I loved it. And I do like the idea that someone takes down really? That's so funny. Hold on. Did you play in the 2021? Like, I'm texting her. So I got Alma back. She's hanging out. Hey. She just texted me. And hold on. I could just talk to her and then she could just reply back, but whatever. Did you play in this much my meme stock game? Game. Yeah. I don't know. It's getting crazy. I don't know. What would we like? Maybe we play note takers. Like we can Henry Stickmin game. So we somewhere like what happens if I did win the $34 million. What would I do with my life? Yeah, Alma played in it. Good for you. She played in it. Did you keep up on it, or did you kind of just like? Because I was when like the 1.5 days I was in it, like I was in the stock, like I was watching it like constantly. I had like the ticket counter and everything, and I was just reading it. Like it was crazy. Good for you getting out. Hopefully at the top. Yeah, Reddit was fun. I don't do Reddit too much. I used to. I lied. I used to. It's crazy though. Like clearly something had to like here. Like again, nobody got in trouble, right? Because you can't hold Warren Kitty responsible for anything, because then you would have to admit that he's playing the same game that Big Hedge is playing. So if he gets in trouble, then Big Hedge has to get in trouble. And then, like, somebody had to turn Robinhood off, and somebody had to turn Reddit off. Like, so Reddit, 4chan, like all those discussion boards, the only people shutting those things down in like those type of communities are the ones that they're impacting. So like Big Hedge had to go to Reddit and be like, well, and like misrepresent what was happening on that page. So the what was it? Stock bets, meme bets, whatever Reddit page it was, they weren't saying or doing anything negatively. They weren't talking too much shit about Big Hedge, but they were just giving it some suggestions and advice and just discussing the current state of the stock market. And because Big Hedge is like they're communicating and they're rallying, we have to stop it. And what do? They're like, let's get Reddit to shut it down and let's turn off the way to continue buying. Let's just mess everything up. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to stay away from some buzzwords. It doesn't seem fair. I know. Like it seems fun, but like it's crazy. You get in there and you watch it and it's intense. Because like you put in some money and you double and you triple it and you go 10 times it. And then obviously, here's the weirdest thing about the whole thing, right? Getting away from the meme stock idea, right? In the rallying of people. Like if I just decided to put money into just whatever right now, and you see it come up. So I put in $100, and if I could turn the $100 into $3,000, right? One would suggest one thought process is I could take the money out now and be happy that I made 3,000%, right? Or 300%, whatever percent. I made a bunch of money. But what's interesting is you don't, because you're like, well, if it made that much, it can make more again. And then because you're like, oh, it's going up, maybe I'll put more money into it. So now what was originally a $100 investment is now a $5,000 investment because you're gonna put more money into it, because you're like, if I can take 100 and make it 3,000, then if I put 5,000 in, then I can make it what, like 30,000 or 300,000, and you're like, dude, it's bonkers, because then you start seeing it drop, and then you start losing your mind. It's dude, 100%. I'll go into some conspiracy theory stuff, man. They're like, I don't know, government, like they're constantly, they're in everybody's business, and everybody's in everybody else's business. Where does anybody hold anybody accountable for 2021? And is, again, like, you have everybody's argument, which is this is a free market economy. So you should be allowed to do whatever you want to do. But rallying hundreds of thousands of people to influence the stock seems weird. And then like, you know what? I don't even know, because little guy gets 100,000. Like if I can get 1 million people to buy one share, and I bought him, so basically that means so like that's it. Because Big Hedge, they can buy millions of dollars, like millions of shares of stock at one time, and then that's how they make all of their money. Because they're like, well, I'm just gonna buy 1 million of it. I'm gonna let it wait to go up like 8 cents, and then I'll just bail out, and all this, I'll just make $8 million in a day. But it would take me, the 10 of you, and 1 million others to do the same thing to bail out. But now we only make $8 million as a group, but spread out across the thing, it's like $12. Which is, I think, the original idea of the stock market, right? Is if we all agreed that AMC is a good company and a good stock, and we all bought and it went up, then we would all make a reasonable amount of money. But because of like hedge funds, and they're able to buy millions of stock at one time, I don't know. It's like Wall Street. Wall Street did some stuff like, because Wall Street was about stock, right? It was all about penny stocks. I should rewatch that movie. Wall Street with it's fascinating stuff. I do enjoy a good story that has a clear bad guy, big hedge, and the little guy, the winners, the normies. But so yeah, that's Ben's discussion of the week. I fell down the meme rabbit hole, the meme stock rabbit hole. I played for a day and a half, and I lost a couple of bucks because of my cash out fee. It's not over. I don't know what that means. Probably nothing. It's gonna continue doing its fucked up thing for the next couple of weeks, a month. I do know that AMC is actively trying to improve themselves outside of Roaring Kitty. So I personally think AMC is a decent stock to get into, but it's there's too much stuff going on right now to know anything of what any of these stocks are worth. Because now they're all like weirdly inflated. Like there's no accurate value to these companies anymore right now. And so that's all I got. Watch those movies. I'm telling you, you'll like them. They're interesting. So that was the discussion, and that's the end of the show. I appreciate all you guys hanging out. Other grandma, mom, JJ for the little bit. Alma, great to see you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy with today's show. I hope you guys are happy with it. See, like, how am I going to sell out stadiums like Steve Martin style if I can't figure out where my finger goes to point at you? Gosh, I love my life. This is so much fun. All right. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I got to go fucking put the episode 53 up so you guys can stop freaking out. And that's all I got for you. Thanks for hanging out. No Saturday. Mind Pockets next Monday and possible special guest. So next Monday might be a longer episode. Just FYI, because we're going to have the hour Mind Pockets, and then I'll sit with this guy for a couple minutes. That's all I got for you. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you later. Whimsy.